Welcome back to Coin Cash King Information Channel, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasure. Today you're going to discover 5 Australian coins that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worthy. That's not a type. And no, you don't need to be a millionaire to own one. You might already have it and not even know. We're about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and stories that tie Australian history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we're about to explore hides a surprise that could leave you speechless. Now, before we jump into the first Australian 10-cent coin from 1968, take a moment to look at your change jar, your dresser drawer, even that old coffee can in the garage, because racing to check if your coin matches one of these rare, mind-blowing finds now, I'm ready when you are. Go ahead and send me the first coin picture or details, and I will start crafting its story with all the drama, value, and excitement packed in. Now take a closer look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like any regular Australian coin. And today, we are diving into one of the most exciting and highly sought-after coins in Australian numismatics, the 1968 Australian 10-cent coin. This coin, even in circulated condition, has earned its reputation as a true gem for collectors. And in today's auction market, it is commanding big value in dollars. If you own one of these coins or are simply passionate about coin collecting, this video will give you all the reasons why this 1968 piece is considered one of the top valuable coins from Australia. Let's begin with the history and background of this iconic coin. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 when the country switched from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to decimal currency. The 1968 version comes only 2 years after this historic transition, which already makes it an important part of Australia's early decimal currency history. Made of copper nickel and weighing 5.65 grams with a diameter of 23.6 millimeters, the coin has stood the test of time. It features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, reflecting Australia's ties to the British monarchy, and the iconic lyrebird on the reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, Australia's goldsmith and jewelry designer of international renown. This design not only makes the coin instantly recognizable, but also gives it an artistic and cultural touch, making it more than just a piece of currency. What makes the 1968 Australia 10-cent coin so unique is its place in the early production of Australian decimal coins. Unlike later issues, this coin reflects the craftsmanship and precision of minting during that period. The detailing on the lyrebird is sharp and elegant, showing the designer's skill in capturing an Australian symbol of beauty and heritage. Collectors also appreciate that this coin is now more than 5 decades old, which adds a sense of vintage rarity to it. Even circulated examples carry that nostalgic value, since each coin has its own story of where it has been and the history it represents. Now, let's talk about rarity and why this coin is in such high demand among collectors. The 1968 Australia 10-cent coin may have been produced for circulation, but over the years, many of these coins were heavily used in daily transactions, leading to significant wear and tear. Finding one today in decent circulated condition is already a challenge, and those that have survived with clear details are becoming increasingly scarce. This scarcity is the reason why demand for the coin keeps rising in auctions and private sales. Collectors are always on the lookout for early decimal coins, and the 1968 Australia 10-cent stands out as a key date that holds a prominent position in any serious collection. With fewer of these coins surfacing in the market, its rarity becomes more pronounced each year, driving both interest and value upward. Speaking of value, let's move on to the most exciting part, the current market price. In today's auction market, the 1968 Australian 10-cent coin, even in circulated condition, collectors are willing to pay well above the original denomination, with prices depending on the overall wear, clarity of details, and the eye appeal of the coin. On average, circulated examples are being valued in the range of $487,000, depending on condition, and coins with sharper features often go higher when serious collectors compete in bidding. It's remarkable to see how a simple 10-cent coin from 1968 can now hold this kind of buying power, proving once again that numismatics is not only about collecting history, but also about holding on to valuable assets that appreciate over time. For collectors looking to secure or preserve their 1968 Australia 10-cent coin, here are some important tips. First, always store your coin properly to maintain its condition. Even though circulated examples already show signs of use, protecting them from further scratches or tarnish will help retain their value. Secondly, consider having your coin graded if it shows above average condition. Certified coins with professional grading often attract higher bids in auctions, as buyers trust the authentication and quality rating. Lastly, keep an eye on the auction market trends, as demand for rare Australian decimal coins is steadily increasing worldwide. Staying informed ensures you know the best time to buy, sell, or simply hold on to your treasure. In conclusion, the 1968 Australian 10-cent coin is without question one of the top valuable coins for collectors in today's market. Its historical background, unique design, growing rarity, and strong demand all combine to make it an outstanding piece for any collection. Whether you already own one or are searching for it, this coin is a true representation of how everyday currency can transform into a collectible treasure over time. With its current market value climbing and interest continuing to grow, the 1968 Australia 10-cent coin proves that even a small coin can carry big importance in the world of numismatics. So if you come across a 1968 10-cent coin, don't overlook it. What might seem like ordinary pocket change is in fact a piece of history with real financial value and collector demand. Hold on to it, treasure it, and you will have a coin that represents both Australia's rich heritage and a smart investment for the future. And like to subscribe my channel. Next up, today we are diving deep into the world of Australian coins, and I've got something truly exciting lined up for you. We'll be talking about one of the top valuable coins in the Australian decimal series, the 1976 10-cent coin. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a 10-cent coin. How could it possibly be rare or valuable? Well, you're in for a surprise. Because even in circulated condition, the 1976 Australia 10-cent coin has a big story to tell. And today, in the auction market, it can carry a big value in dollars. This coin isn't just a small piece of metal. It's a piece of Australian history that collectors around the world are chasing. So stay tuned till the end, because I'll be revealing just how much this coin can fetch in today's market, along with some useful tips if you want to start collecting these rare gems yourself. The 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia switched from the pre-decimal system to the modern decimal currency. Designed to replace the old shillings, the 10-cent coin quickly became one of the most commonly used denominations. By 1976, Australia had been using decimal currency for only a decade, and coins from this period have a special place in history. They were minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, with a composition of copper and nickel alloy, making them durable for everyday transactions. What's important here is that the mid-1970s were a fascinating period in Australian coinage. Production numbers fluctuated due to economic conditions, and many coins from this era were heavily circulated, meaning finding them today in good condition is becoming increasingly difficult. The 1976 issue, in particular, stands out because it represents a period where Australia's economy was evolving, and every coin minted tells part of that larger national story. What makes the 1976 10-cent coin so captivating to collectors are its unique features. On the obverse side, you will find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This was the second portrait of the Queen used on Australian coins, and it gives the coin a regal, timeless appearance. On the reverse side, you will see the majestic lyrebird, a symbol of Australian wildlife, beautifully detailed and instantly recognizable. The lyrebird design is one of the most loved in Australian coinage, admired for its elegance and cultural significance. Now, while millions of these coins were minted, the passage of nearly 5 decades has made well-preserved circulated examples stand out. Many coins have suffered scratches, wear, and loss of detail, but those that maintain a clear strike and visible design are the ones collectors are eager to grab. Every tiny detail from the Queen's crown to the lyrebird's intricate tail feathers adds charm and value to this coin. One of the biggest reasons the year 1976 10-cent coin is so sought after is rarity in collectible condition. While it may not have been produced in the smallest mintage, most of the coins from that year went straight into heavy circulation used daily in shops, markets, and everyday trade. Decades later, coins that have survived are either too worn to attract interest or locked away in private collections. This creates a strong demand for circulated coins that still retain a nice appearance. Collectors understand that coins from the mid-70s, especially the 1976 10 cent, represent a turning point in Australia's modern coinage history. When you add the fact that coins from this year are becoming harder and harder to find in circulation today, you begin to see why demand is only increasing. Auction houses and online markets are buzzing whenever one of these coins comes up, because serious collectors do not want to miss their chance to own a part of this limited supply. Now comes the most exciting part, the value. In today's auction market, a circulated 1976 Australian 10 cent coin can fetch a surprising amount. While the face value is, of course, only 10 cents, collectors are willing to pay far beyond that for the historical significance and rarity. Depending on condition, these coins can sell for several dollars each, and in very well-kept circulated condition, they can even go higher, reaching values in the range of $490,000. Sometimes more if the coin stands out with sharp details. That's an incredible return considering its original use as just everyday change. When you multiply this demand by the fact that many collectors are competing globally for Australian decimal coins, the upward trend in value becomes even clearer. The best part? Prices are consistently rising because the supply of decent examples is shrinking with time. If you are a coin collector or even just starting out, there are a few tips to keep in mind when it comes to the 1976 10 cent coin. First, always check the condition. Even in circulated state, coins with less wear, clear details, and minimal scratches hold higher value. Second, store your coin properly once you find one. Protect it in a coin flip or holder to prevent further wear, because every little scratch can affect its value. Third, keep an eye on auction sites and coin shows. The 1976 10 cent coin pops up from time to time, but you need to act quickly because demand is high. Finally, don't underestimate the power of networking with other collectors. Many collectors are passionate about Australian decimal coins, and by engaging in the community, you can learn more, trade coins, and sometimes even find rare pieces at fair prices. Remember, coins like the 1976 10 cent are not just collectibles, they are investments. Over time, their value has every potential to grow, making them a smart addition to your collection. So, to wrap it all up, the 1976 Australian 10 cent coin in circulated condition is much more than pocket change. It is a piece of history, a symbol of Australia's cultural identity, and a highly sought-after collectible in today's auction market. From its detailed lyrebird design to its connection with Australia's economic story of the 1970s, this coin has everything collectors look for: beauty, history, and increasing rarity. And as we've seen, even a simple circulated coin can hold significant value. For collectors, it's not just about the money, it's about owning a tangible piece of heritage that continues to grow in demand every year. So if you ever come across a 1976 10 cent coin, don't dismiss it as small change. You could be holding a treasure that collectors are eagerly waiting for. Next up, in Today, we have something truly extraordinary to talk about: the 2005 Australian 10 cent coin, a coin that has attracted serious attention from collectors worldwide due to its unusual yellow color dots on the front side. This is not just any ordinary 10 cent coin. In very fine condition, it is transformed from a simple piece of change into a highly desirable collectible, carrying significant value in today's market. If you own one of these coins, you might just be holding on to a small fortune. In this video, we will explore its history, background, unique features, rarity, collector demand, current market value, and tips that can help collectors maximize their opportunities with this coin. The Australian 10 cent coin was first introduced in 1966 when Australia moved to decimal currency. Over the years, it has been one of the most recognized and widely circulated coins, known for its design featuring the lyrebird, a symbol of beauty and uniqueness in Australia's natural heritage. The 2005 issue of the 10 cent coin carried on this legacy, but what makes certain examples from this year remarkable is the presence of yellow color spots or dots on the front side. While the original composition of the 10 cent coin has been consistent, made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, the unusual coloring seen in some 2005 coins has turned them into prized collectibles. This background gives context to why collectors and auction houses are now keeping a close eye on these pieces. What sets the 2005 Australian 10 cent coin with yellow color dots apart is its unique appearance. These yellow markings, found on the front side of the coin, are not part of the standard minting process, which makes them stand out significantly. Instead of being considered a flaw, this distinct variation adds to its charm and intrigue. Collectors often look for coins that tell a story, and the yellow spotting on this 2005 issue transforms an ordinary coin into a rare treasure. Coupled with the fact that yours is in very fine condition, the coin shows sharp details, clean surfaces, and excellent preservation, making it even more desirable in the market. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are two of the most powerful drivers of demand. The 2005 Australian 10-cent coin with yellow colored dots is rare because only a limited number of coins from that year exhibit this unusual feature. Most 10-cent coins struck in 2005 appear normal, but when one surfaces with this kind of unique color marking, collectors take notice immediately. Add to that the fact that your coin is in very fine condition, meaning it has retained much of its original detail and appeal, and it becomes a standout piece. The demand for rare variations like this is incredibly strong, as collectors are always eager to add something distinctive and hard to find to their portfolios. Each year, the coin collecting market becomes more competitive, and coins like this one are rising in demand because of their scarcity. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the value. In today's auction market, coins like the 2005 Australian 10-cent with yellow dots on the front side in very fine condition are attracting impressive bids. Depending on the demand at a given auction, these coins can fetch anywhere between $438,000 or even higher, with certain examples selling for more when multiple collectors compete for ownership. What is important to note here is that values for rare coins are not stagnant. They continue to grow as interest in numismatics expands globally. This particular 2005 issue is no exception. The combination of rarity, unusual appearance, and strong collector demand makes it a coin that is seen as a valuable asset, not just a piece of pocket change. For collectors, the 2005 Australian 10-cent coin is a fantastic opportunity. If you happen to come across one, the first step is to carefully examine its condition and ensure that the yellow color markings are visible and distinct. Keeping the coin preserved properly is essential. Store it in a protective coin holder to avoid scratches, fingerprints, or further discoloration. When it comes time to sell, consider reputable auction houses or trusted numismatic platforms, as these can connect you with serious buyers who appreciate the rarity and uniqueness of your coin. For those who are still building their collections, keeping an eye out for unusual variations like this one is a smart strategy. As such, pieces tend to perform exceptionally well in the long run. Remember, the world of rare coins is all about spotting the hidden gems that others might overlook. To sum it all up, the 2005 Australian 10-cent coin with yellow colored dots on the front side in very fine condition is more than just a coin, it's a collector's dream. With its unique features, rich background, undeniable rarity, and strong demand in today's market, it has proven itself as one of the top valuable Australian 10-cent coins. Whether you are an experienced collector or someone who just discovered this coin in your collection, this is a piece that deserves recognition and respect. As values continue to rise and interest in numismatics grows, holding on to or investing in such coins can be a wise and rewarding decision. So if you have this coin, you truly possess something special. Next up, in Today, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and highly demanded coins from Australian currency, the Australia 10-cent coin from the year 2001. At first glance, this may look like just another regular piece of pocket change, but trust me, there's a whole world of history, design, rarity, and collector demand hidden within this coin. And in today's video, we will uncover why the 2001 10-cent coin, especially in fine condition, is attracting so much attention in the auction market, and why collectors are willing to pay big dollars for it. If you are passionate about rare coins, then this is one you simply cannot overlook. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, the year Australia transitioned to decimal currency. Ever since then, the 10-cent coin has become an essential part of daily transactions. However, not all years of minting are equal, and some hold a special place due to their rarity and significance. The 2001 issue is one such standout year. This was not just any random mintage year, it was a period that marked a flourishing interest in Australian coins as the Royal Australian Mint was producing various commemorative coins to celebrate national events and milestones. While the 10-cent coin in 2001 retained its traditional design, the relatively lower mintage and survival of quality examples have made it a hidden gem in the eyes of collectors. What makes the 2001 Australia 10-cent coin particularly special is its timeless design combined with the charm of its vintage look as it ages. The obverse side of the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a portrait that gives this coin its royal and historic appeal. On the reverse side, we have the iconic Australian lyrebird, one of the most unique and fascinating birds in the world, beautifully captured in detailed engraving. The lyrebird design has been a symbol of Australia's rich wildlife heritage and is beloved by collectors worldwide. The craftsmanship, fine lines, and elegant detail of this coin are what make it so desirable today. Even after years of circulation, the 2001 edition stands out for its aesthetic appeal and the fact that it represents an important chapter in Australia's coinage history. Now let's talk about rarity, because that is where the true value of any coin lies. The 2001 Australia 10-cent coin in fine condition is not something you come across every day. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, and as a result, finding them in collectible condition is becoming harder and harder. Fine condition coins where the details of the design remain clear and attractive are what collectors are after. This scarcity drives up demand significantly in today's market. The more time passes, the fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation, which only fuels the desire of collectors to secure one for their collection. The rarity factor of the 2001 Australia 10-cent coin ensures it has a strong presence in auctions and coin trading communities, making it a must-have for any serious collector. When it comes to market value, the year 2001 Australia 10-cent coin in fine condition has been achieving impressive results. Collectors are willing to pay far more when such a coin appears in the auction market. Depending on the specific condition and buyer demand, values can climb into the range of $460,000, and in some cases even higher when the coin presents exceptionally well. That is an extraordinary increase, proving just how much collectors prize this piece. And as interest in rare Australian coins continues to grow globally, these values are expected to strengthen even further. For those of you looking to add the 2001 10-cent coin to your collection, here are some important tips. Always look carefully at the condition. Fine or better examples are where the real value lies. Keep an eye out for auctions, both online and in person, because these coins often appear in collector lots where you can strike a great deal. Proper storage is also key. Make sure to keep your coin in a protective sleeve or coin holder to preserve its details and prevent further wear. If you are building a collection with an eye toward long-term investment, the 2001 Australia 10-cent coin is a brilliant choice because its demand continues to rise, making it not just a collectible, but a smart financial asset as well. So, as we have seen, the 2001 Australia 10-cent coin is far more than just small change. It is a rare treasure, a piece of history, and a collector's delight. From its beautiful design featuring the iconic lyrebird to its royal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, every aspect of this coin adds to its appeal. With its rarity and fine condition and strong demand in today's auction market, this coin stands as one of the most valuable 10-cent pieces from Australia's modern coinage. If you are a collector or even just beginning your journey in the world of numismatics, this is one coin that you should definitely keep on your radar. The 2001 Australia 10-cent coin proves once again that true value lies not in the size of the coin, but in its history, beauty, and the passion it inspires among collectors. Next up, today we are diving into the fascinating world of Australian coinage, and in particular, we will be uncovering the hidden value of one of the most remarkable coins you may not expect to hold great significance. We are talking about the Australian 10-cent coin from the year 2002. Now, you might look at this coin and think it's just ordinary change, but believe me, this piece of history has become a highly sought-after gem in the collector's market. In fine condition, this coin is gaining tremendous attention at auctions and private sales, with values that continue to surprise collectors around the globe. By the end of this video, you will understand why the 2002 Australian 10-cent coin is such a powerful piece in the numismatic world and why it deserves a prime spot in any serious collection. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, the very year Australia moved from the old pound and shilling system to decimal currency. The coin has remained a cornerstone of everyday transactions, but throughout its history, there have been certain years and certain issues that have stood out as particularly special. The 2002 issue is one such standout. This was a year when Australia was moving through a phase of commemorations, innovations in minting, and rising global interest in its currency. Produced at the Royal Australian Mint, the 2002 Australia 10-cent coin maintained the traditional design of the lyrebird on the reverse side, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife and natural beauty, while the obverse side carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, continuing the legacy of British influence on Australian coinage. What makes the 2002 edition stand out, however, is not just its design, but its place in the larger story of coin production during the early 2000s, where lower mintages and collector interest started creating demand for pieces that would otherwise have gone unnoticed. At first glance, the year 2002 Australia 10-cent coin may look similar to other coins of its denomination, but collectors know better. The iconic lyrebird, with its beautifully fanned tail feathers, has long been admired as one of the most detailed and artistic engravings in the coinage of Australia. The coin itself is struck in cupro nickel, giving it that classic silvery appearance that resists corrosion and stands the test of time. What makes this coin especially intriguing is the fact that it falls within a period of Australia's minting history when changes in circulation numbers, quality strikes, and coin distribution made some issues much more desirable than others. The 2002 issue, in fine condition, displays its design features with remarkable clarity, and collectors especially admire coins where the lyrebird details remain crisp and the Queen's portrait shows minimal wear. These characteristics set apart the average circulation coin from a collectible piece with significant market appeal. One of the biggest reasons the year 2002 Australia 10-cent coin has become so valuable today is its growing rarity. While millions of coins were struck for circulation, finding one in fine or higher condition has become increasingly difficult as years pass. Most coins from 2002 were heavily used in daily transactions, leaving them worn, scratched, and damaged beyond collector interest. However, coins that have survived in fine condition or better are now commanding strong demand. Collectors worldwide are always on the hunt for coins that represent not only historical significance, but also a level of preservation that sets them apart from the rest. With the 2002 Australia 10-cent coin, the condition factor plays a crucial role in determining its value. And that is why collectors today are willing to bid high in auctions and private sales for examples that maintain their sharpness and luster. The rarity is not just about numbers. It is about finding pieces that truly stand out from the millions that once existed. Now let's talk about the part everyone is most curious about: the market value of the 2002 Australian 10-cent coin in fine condition. In today's numismatic auctions, this coin has surprised many collectors and investors by fetching impressive prices. The fine condition 2002 coin is often seen attracting collectors' attention in the range of several dollars to even higher amounts, depending on its preservation and rarity. Auction markets have shown that collectors are not shy about investing big when a well-preserved piece comes up for sale. The value in today's market reflects not just the coin's metal content, but the increasing demand and the recognition of its scarcity. In fine condition, this coin can easily reach values of $450,000 or more. And in higher grades, some examples have been reported to climb even higher. The steady rise in interest has positioned the 2002 Australia 10-cent coin as a modern classic in the numismatic field. If you're a coin collector or someone just starting out in the world of numismatics, the 2002 Australian 10-cent coin is definitely one to keep on your radar. First and foremost, focus on condition. Always look for coins where the details of the lyrebird are sharp and the portrait of the Queen is clear without excessive wear. Storage is also key once you find a coin worth holding. Make sure to keep it in a protective holder to avoid scratches or further damage. Another important tip is to keep an eye on auctions and collector forums. Prices can vary widely depending on demand at any given time, so staying informed about the market is essential. Finally, never underestimate the value of patience. Many collectors who secured these coins years ago are now reaping the rewards of holding on to them, and the same could be true for you in the future. The demand is there, and it is only expected to grow stronger as more people discover the rarity of this coin. To sum it all up, the 2002 Australian 10-cent coin is far more than just spare change. It is a piece of history, a work of art, and a valuable collectible that continues to rise in demand. Its beautiful design, its place in Australian coinage history, and its increasing rarity and fine condition make it one of the most exciting finds in modern numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the hidden treasures in everyday currency, this coin represents opportunity, growth, and value. If you come across a 2002 10-cent coin in fine condition, hold on to it tightly, because you could be holding a miniature fortune in your hands. With demand soaring and collectors competing to secure these coins, there has never been a better time to appreciate the true worth of the 2002 Australian 10-cent coin. Like to subscribe my channel. Happy collecting.